If you haven't had a fight or disagreement or conflict in your marriage or your relationship, then you have to go back and fight. Oh yes, Coach Sazzy said so. You need to go back and engage in those disagreements and arguments. And hey, I'm going to tell you why. Just relax and follow this train of thought. Now, I get to hear people say, I have never had any misunderstanding with my partner or with my husband or with my wife. We don't argue, we don't fight. We are cool just like that. Hey, listen, congratulations to you because you fall in the 1% of couples that never had a fight in their marriage. And hey, kudos to you, like I said again. Now, let's go to the 99% of people that have had conflicts, that have had arguments or fights or misunderstandings in their relationship. Now, this is a trick. Fighting or having disagreements or arguments in a marriage is not entirely a bad thing. Follow my train of thought. It is not entirely a horrible idea. The reason is you will get to understand your do's, your don'ts, and you will learn how to set boundaries within your relationship. Now, this is a trick. You will not only learn how to fight, but the best way of growing after having those disagreements is what we call conflict resolution strategy that will improve your mental health. Number one, discuss conflict resolution strategy before you get married. Oh yes, how do we come to the resolving table? You need to discuss how to resolve conflict before conflict happen. Another thing you also have to do is for you to nip it in the bud by attending to it quickly. Do not let conflict last for so long, because the more you let it thrive, the more it festers. The more you let it stay, the more it lingers, and the hurt and the pain will continue to grow. And before you know it, it begins to break down the core, it begins to break down the love, it begins to break down the togetherness and happiness within that relationship or within that marriage. The third thing you need to do as well is for you to have effective communication with active listening. Now, listen to this. I said effective communication. Some people talk, but they do not communicate effectively. And they also do not come with active listening. They are only ready to respond. They are only ready to combat. And that is not how to have a proper resolution. You must come with effective communication to speak with your spouse and come with active listening. Put your sentiments aside and listen to the person's concern, listen to their pain, listen to their hurt. It will help you to reason and think about that fight from a different perspective and get why they are broken that way. Another thing you need to do as well is for the two of you to have what we call understanding with clarity. Now, effective communication is one thing, but understanding is a better thing. Let me explain this one. You see, when people communicate without understanding, then there is no resolution. When I communicate how I feel and you get the message, then there is clarity. What is communication without understanding? I ask again. There is no communication without understanding. So yes, you need to come with an understanding so you get exactly the perspective your spouse, your partner is coming from. How do you effect this understanding? You will need to reiterate or restate what the person has said to you. How do we do this? Oh, you said I said badly, or I spoke to you in a harsh tone. Is that what you mean? And your partner responds to you, yes, I did not like the way you spoke to me in public. That is you reiterating and restating exactly what they just said to you that hurts them. And at that point, you have gained clarity, you have gained understanding, and now you know exactly what is making them feel triggered. Now, what is the next strategy for you to use? You also need to put that relationship future in view, because whether we like it or not, we need to understand that we are together to grow. We are together to make this marriage work. We are not together to destroy it at the face of a challenge or at the face of a fight or a conflict. So put the purpose of that marriage in view. Why did we come together? What is the mission? What is the vision? What is the value of this marriage? Why did we come together? Always have that in mind whenever you're coming to the table of conflict resolution. Now, what is another thing you have to do? You need to come with solution-mindedness as against blame mindset. Trying to make the other person know that you are the winner and they are the losers does not resolve any issue. We need to come to the table of of resolution with solution, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want the trouble or the conflict to be resolved, at least so we can go forward. So please let it be solution centered as against blame centered. Another thing you need to do when you come to resolution table is for the two of you to look for a neutral, unbiased third party. Now, truth is, there are certain situations or misunderstanding within marriage that both of you may not be able to see eye to eye. You will need a third party that comes with clarity. It could be a counselor, it could be a therapist, it could be a mentor for the two of you, so they can discuss with the two of you for you two to see certain gray areas or blind spots that you are not seeing. That's the reason you constantly having the loggerhead. Let me give you the very last tip. Regardless of what happens, let the marriage win. Let the relationship win. Don't fight to win as an individual, but together you need to win, because both of you are supposed to be teammates and not opponents at the end of the day. And hey, I understand that not every marriage will end up together winning, but in all we do, always choose the right perspective. Always choose the good and the health of that marriage. It's very important. So yes, this is how to resolve conflict within that relationship so you have a stable mental health. I hope this helps. I understand it's very long, but I believe that somebody's going to learn one or two from this video. Drop it in the comments. What do you think about this? Can you apply it? Is it going to work? Have you tried it before? We would love to hear from you and understand your perspective. Do well to share this video so we can get more public opinions. Don't forget to like it and follow this page for more. This is Nograyareaswithsazzy, and we're telling it with love and with light. See you next time.